Dear learners, welcome in the world of Python programming under machine learning using Python series of lectures. This is lecture 11, functions in Python, part 4. So we'll elaborate more on functions in this lecture also, and we'll be having a few more lectures on this topic, that is functions in Python. Now let us see the contents of this lecture. So functions, so we learn what is global variable and functions, what is local variable and functions. That means we are trying to understand the relationship between functions and types of variables like local variable and global variable. We'll learn keyword global. We'll also see what is global's function and non-local variables and functions. So now let us see the global variables. The global variables are the variables which are defined outside any function or block of code. And these variables are accessible by all the functions or block of code below the point of definition. So what does these two statements means? A global variable is variable, just focus on the rectangle I am pointing here. So here we have global variable equal to 25. Why this variable is called global? Because the point at which it is declared, this variable below that point of declaration or definition is available to all the functions, for example func1 and func2. So it is available to func1 and func2, as well as it is also available to the block of code. For example, driver code we have, this is a block of code, and this code has three statements. So one of the statements is the statement accessing value of a, and obviously this a is nothing but the variable we have defined as a global variable above all the functions and block of code. So such a variable is global variable. So what is the advantage of using global variable? The advantage of using global variable is that this variable can be used anywhere in the program below its point of definition. Now let us try to understand this practically. So if I try to execute this code, so I have two functions in this program. So func1, so it uses a variable a, which is nothing but a global variable which we have defined with the value given to it as a 25. And now here we also have a function 2, func2, which uses a. So here the message we are going to print onto the output device is I func use global a is now printing the value of a. I func2 use global a is value of a. Now we'll try to see what is the output of this particular program. We also have function call in the driver code, and after those two function calls we have a print statement in driver code which prints the value of a, which is again a global a. Now let us try to see this practically. So what if I execute this program? So whatever variable I declared at the beginning of the program, that a variable is given a value 25 by Python. Now as func1 is accessing a, it is nothing but the same a which we have declared as a global variable a. So it will be again taking the same value which is given to the global a. That means func1 is accessing global variable a. So it has given a value 25. That means it is accessing the same a which is declared above func1. Now func2, in func2 also there is a statement, print statement, which accesses the value of a, and that value is nothing but again the same value which we have already defined above the function definition. So this func1 and func2 accesses the same a which is declared above both of the functions. Now in driver code also we have a print statement which accesses a. Now this a is nothing but the same a which we have defined globally. So output of this, the actual output of this program is this, where I am pointing. So the output is like I func1 use global a is 25, so I func2 use global a is 25, and I driver code use global a is 25. If you see the output, you will find that whatever a we have declared at the beginning, that same value is given to all the functions below it. That means all the functions below the A are able to access A, as well as all the block of codes below A are able to access the same A. Hope you understood this concept. Now let us try to understand more about function and global variables. For example, if I want to modify the global A in any of the functions or block of code, then I need to use a keyword called global. Now let us try to understand the program here. So focus on the first rectangle, which is at the left of the slide. So here I am pointing out, we have A equal to 25, a global variable. We have two functions, func1 and func2. Unlike the earlier execution we have seen in the last slide, here we are trying to modify value of A in both the functions. Function that is func1. So we are modifying A by adding 5 in the existing value of A, and in func2 I am trying to modify the value of A, whatever A is there, that is the globally obviously. I am trying to modify it with a value 3 added to the existing value, and at last in the driver code I give a function call, and then I again access the value of A. Now if you try to understand the behavior of this program, it is totally different than the earlier one. In the earlier version of this program, we were just reading the value of A, we were not modifying the value of A. But in this case, we are trying to modify this global A in both the functions, in function func1 and in function func2. Now let us try to understand the background story of this program. So here, focus on the second rectangle where I am pointing now. A is 25, so this is global A. So A has been given value 25 by Python. Now in function, when I print A, so it is 25 only. But after print statement, I have a statement called A plus equal to 5. That is, we are trying to modify existing value of A by 5. So it is nothing but A equal to A plus 5. So what is this statement is? It is exactly equal to 25 plus 5. So 30. Now whatever changes we have made here in the A in function func1, these are the changes getting reflected in global A. And how this happened? It just happened because of the keyword we have used with the variable name in the func1. So here by specifying global space a variable name, that is global keyword and variable name, we are telling the function that now you are able to access the global A. So whatever changes will be made in this func1 to the variable value A, these changes will be persisting in the program, whole program. That means whatever changes we have made here in func1, those are getting reflected in the global A. So at this point of time or point of execution, that is A equal to A plus 5, so A will get changed. Which A? That is the global A. Now after that, again this func2 is trying to access A. It is nothing but the same A which we have modified in the func1, that is the global A. Now that value which we modified in the func1 will be carried forwarded to the function 2, that is func2, and it takes value as a 30. Now in func2 we have statement A equal to A plus 3. So here we are trying to modify value of A, that is existing value plus 3. So it becomes 33. Now whatever changes I have made in the func2, those will get reflected again in the global A. Now this is possible just because of the declaration global space A. That means if we want function to modify any global variable, then we have to specify global keyword and that variable name. Then only any modification to that global variable is possible. Otherwise compiler gives you error. Sorry, compiler not, Python interpreter I may say. So interpreter gives you error. Now if I try to execute this code, so here is the execution of the code. Now here, if I don't have these statements global A in both the functions, then I get an error. Why? Because any modification to the global variable A without specifying that A is getting modified with the keyword global A. So that is the error. So here just try to understand this error, unbound local error. So local variable A referenced before assignment. That means if this statement is missing, which statement? Global A. Then function assumes that whatever A you are trying to modify is the local A, but this local A is not basically defined in the function itself. So if you want that the global A should be modified, it is not local A, then you have to tell function that whatever modification will be doing in variable A, that is the global A. So once you have specified this, the Python understand that you are talking of global A. Now let us try to execute this code, this proper code with all this proper specification, like this is global A. So here I get output I func1 use global A is 25, I func2 use global A 30, because func1 modifies 25 with addition of 5 in it, so that becomes 30, and in func2 we modify this same A by adding 3 to it, so it becomes 33. So that's why in driver code we get all the modified variables and their values. So here we have modified only one variable, that is variable A. Hope you understood this. Now what is local variable? Local variables are variables defined inside any function or block of code. Now these variables are accessible only within the functions or block of code below the point of definition. Now here whatever variables, for example in func1, now let us focus on this first rectangle in which I have written the code, or I have basically shown here a code A equal to 12. Now A is the local variable to this function func1. This A is not accessible outside the boundary of this function. Now if I try to print this A, so I func1 use local A, so this will be using its local A which has been given value 12. Same way I have a function to func2 in which I again define a variable A, even though name of the variable is same to the variable we have defined already in func1, that is A. So even though name is same, we have given some different value. We have given 777 as a value to the A of func2. Now if I try to print this value in func2, so it is A which is defined in func2. So now this A is not accessible outside the boundary of this function func2. In driver code also I have A to which I have assigned value 100. Now I have given a call to the functions func1 and func2, and in driver code I have a last statement, a printf statement, with which I will be printing the value. So what is that value? That value is this one, that I driver code use local A. So in all these cases you will find that each of these function, for example func1 and func2, they have their local A. So this A which is defined in func1 is no way accessible in func2, and whatever A is defined in func2 which is given value 777 is no way accessible in driver code. Now driver code has its own A which is given value 100. This is the background story, that all these variables which are defined inside any function or block of code are local to the function or a block of code. Those variables are not available to any other function or any other block which is not a part of any function. Now if you see the output, so you'll find that I func1 use local A 12. So whatever A is used by func1, it is a local A which is given value 12. I func2 use a local A is 777. So whatever A is used by func2, it is a local A which is given value 777. And I driver code is a local A 100. So this A, whatever A is accessed by the print statement of the driver code, that is the local A. So this is the difference between the global variable and the local variable. So local variables are available only within the function or the block of code in which they are defined. Now let us try to understand the combination of local and global variables with the function. So here global variables can be accessible in the function or a local block of code along with the local variables of the same name using function globals. That means we have some requirement, like we have a global variable and we to have a local variable with the same name as global variable. So now let us try to understand the code to which I am pointing here in the first rectangle. So here a equal to 25, which is a global variable. Now I have a function definition def func1. Now in this function I have a variable a of the same name, that is of global. So here the value of a, which is defined in func1, is 999. So I have two a's available in this program. So function func1 has two a, that is local variable a and global variable a. But the function or a block of code always gives preference to the local a. So now if I try to print what is a, that means I func1 is local a. So by default, whenever I say a, it is a local a. So priority or preference is always given to the local definition of the variable. But now along with the local variable a, which is given value 999, if I want to access global a, which is given value 25, now I have to use something called globals function. Now here call to the function is little bit clumsy or not a familiar way of accessing the function, but we'll try to understand this, what this statement is. Globals in square bracket we have a. Okay, now in driver code we have function call, and in driver code we too have one print statement which uses global a. That means whatever a is there, so obviously as there is no local a defined in the driver code, the a access in the driver code by the print statement is obviously a global a. Let us try to understand this. So here in this scenario we have a equal to 25, which is global a. In function we have a which is local a having value 999, and in driver code we too have accessing of a in print, which is again a global. So this is the scenario. That means we have local a and global a which is available to func. Now if a function wants to access both local and global, so long it is local a, there is no issue. So in print statement you can simply say local a is a comma a. But to access global a, which is having value 25, I have some notation globals. So in square bracket I have a. So what this is? Now do remember here the globals function, whenever we call the globals function anywhere in function, for example in our case it is func1, we are calling globals function in func1, our own user defined function. So this globals function returns a dictionary containing the variables defined in global namespace or scope. Now for example I have a global variable scope, that is the namespace or the boundaries of this global variable. So I have two variables defined here, a equal to 25 and name equal to Munna. So global function will take these resources as a global resources and will create a dictionary. Now we'll see what dictionary is in collections. For now we need to understand that dictionary is a set of elements having key value pair. So first element of the set, this set which is called as a dictionary, is key a and value 25, and the next element is key name and value Munna, that is the string. Now what if I want to access this first resource, that is a, which is a global a? So here in function we write a print statement and we say I func1 use a global a, and how to access global a, that is globals. So in round bracket we have to specify key. So against that key A, these global functions will access the global variable A, which has value 25. So this way, this value is available to the function along with the local A by using global's function. So this is the output that ifunc use local variable A. So this first printf statement, whenever we give call to func1, so first printf statement is ifunc1 use a local A, which is nothing but 999. ifunc1 use global A, which is nothing but a 25, and how it is accessed using globals, and in square bracket we specify a key and its corresponding value is 25. So 25 is printed, and I driver code use a global A 25. So obviously for driver code, as there is no local A, it by default goes to global A and accesses it and print the value. Hope you understood this. Now we can also have non-local variables. So what these non-local variables are? These are neither global nor local to the function or block of code. These variables are used in context of nested function. Now let us try to focus on the code. So nested functions are nothing but functions within functions. So we have already seen nested if, nested if else, nesting of loops also we saw. We'll see nesting of the function. So I have two functions in this code. The outer function, in which there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 statements. But these 6 statements are not a composite statement forming a part of this function outer. So we have two functions, def outer and def inner. Now in this a equal to a string a of outer function, def inner, then inner, that is called to the inner function, and print a. These statements are part of outer function. Now in inner function we have two statements, a of the inner function and print a. Now first understand this code properly, then only you will be able to analyze that what is the output. Now if I execute this code, so you will find that there are two print statements. One is the statement, one print statement which is part of inner. There is call to the inner in the outer function, and there is print statement A. Now here if we try to see the output, so let us focus on the output. So I get the execution in sequence. So when there will be call to the outer function, the driver code, so control will transfer from this point to outer. Now there is a statement A equal to A of outer function. So a variable, local variable of the outer function A is given this string. Now control will get into this inner function. Now in inner function we again have a same variable name, A of inner function. So we have assigned string to the inner. Now this is the print statement. So this is the first print statement will be getting executed. Why? Because immediately after this function definition we have call to the inner. Now whenever there is call to the inner, now control will again getting transfer from this to this. Now here this print statement will get executed. Now what is A? This A is local A of inner function. That's why we are getting in output A of the inner function. But immediately after this function call inner, we have print A. Now this print A is not part of the inner function. This is part of your outer function. So that's why whatever A it will be accessing, it's local A. Why? Because whatever A we have defined in the inner function, that is not accessible outside the boundary of inner function. Now here, that's why we are getting A of outer function. That means this print A, where I am pointing, which is part of outer function, will be accessing its own local A, not the A which is defined in the inner function. Now what if I want this A, that is inner function A, available to the outer function? For this I need to specify that this A should be available outside this inner function, and this specification is done using something called non-local keyword. So here I have modified the code. So I have the same code but with one line added in the inner function definition. So what is that? That is non-local A. So what this statement will tell Python, that this A which is non-local, that means this particular A which was defined in the function, earlier it was neither global nor local to the outer function, because whatever A we have defined, a of outer function is local to outer, and there is no any a defined outside outer function. So that's why whatever a we are defining inside inner function, that is a non-local variable. So this a of the inner is non-local, and non-local resources are made available to the outside world by using non-local a. So this will tell Python that this a can now be accessible outside this inner function boundary. Now same thing I have done here. I have given call to inner and then print a. Whenever I give call to outer, now control transfer will be from outer to this, from this to inner, that is call to inner, and from inner to the function inner, and it will tell that it is local a. It will again create a variable a and will print this first statement. So what is the output for this print a? So it is a of inner function. Now again after this inner I have used one print statement. Now here for your surprise, whatever a now outer function will be accessing, it is not local a, it is non-local a, because we have made this available outside this inner. So that's why this print statement is resulting inner function. Now if you compare these two outputs, the earlier outputs and the output of the code which we have seen just, you will find that in first case it was inner function a and outer function a, but in this case in the output is that whatever a we are accessing, that is of the inner a. So to make inner nested functions variable available outer to the outer function, use non-local keyword. So dear learners, hope you understood these simpler topics like local and global and non-local variables, along with the keyword global and along with global's function. So dear learners, how was the lecture? So please let us know. So we are GCS Solutions, making technology easy to learn. So till next lecture, happy coding.